it's my great pleasure to introduce DeAnna Avis and baby Yuri as well. And DeAnna is the National Customer Experience Lead at Solus Accident Repair and is the winner of our Inspiring Automotive Woman of the Year Award for 2021. Congratulations, DeAnna.
Thank you so much, Julia. I am just blown away and beyond honored. Thank you.
So how did you feel when you actually found out that you'd won the award?
I was in shock, and I think I'm still in shock actually. As you've gathered, I'm still on maternity leave, and I didn't even know I'd been nominated. So I found out very quickly that I'd been nominated and that I'd won, and I'm just honestly very humbled by it, because this is a tremendous organization that is got huge goals for improving representation, and so it means so much for me personally to be recognized by you. So thank you.
Well, that's great to hear that. Thanks, DeAnna. So you've also previously been recognised with awards as a high-performing customer experience professional. So can you tell us about your career story to date, including why you joined the automotive industry?
Yes, certainly. Well, I'll leave out the bits about making cappuccinos when I was 16. That's probably not as relevant, although if anyone does need a coffee, I'm very good at that. But my career really started when I came to England when I was 19, and I was with the company before Solus for 10 years. I started in an entry-level position, just doing kind of data entry stuff. And I am quite a people person, so I moved into customer service roles because I wanted to be dealing with people. And through there, it was just a case of kind of always sticking my head up and saying, what more can I do? If I got bored, it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna, just have an easy afternoon. I was always looking for more to do. And that just led to so many opportunities. I ended up going from doing customer service roles to business analysis and leading projects, including working abroad, sometimes in France and Hong Kong. And so I did quite a lot of kind of business integration stuff when we were buying new companies and getting people to work together. I've found that has been the key, is just getting to work with different groups of people from different cultures. And that's what everything in business hinges on. No matter what industry you're in, that's the commonality, is that we're all dealing with people. It kind of doesn't matter what it is that you're selling or you're making, because it's all run by people. And once you start to understand human nature and how to work with people and how to motivate them, then you can work in any industry. So that really helped me move from, so I ended up doing a global customer experience role at that engineering company that I was with. And then I was headhunted to work at Solus because they were doing a transformation, or they had ambitions to do a transformation. And that just got me super intrigued, because I love change, and I loved the idea of having kind of a fresh slate to start from. So we were very traditional garage, so it wasn't very different perhaps from other repair centers, and that was a huge opportunity because we wanted to be very different. We wanted to live up to the Aviva brand. So it was just so exciting to have this appetite, this willingness to change, and it was really pushing an open door, because everyone wanted to do that. And I think that's the biggest thing, is finding that willingness to change. And once you've got everyone on board, then it makes it so much easier. So I think a lot of the success at Solus has been down to them being so open and motivated to do that. I just helped facilitate that. And I'm so happy that they invited me in to do that. That was back in 2015. So I've been with them now for can't count, 6 years.
So really interesting story. Thanks. So you won the award because of your strength of commitment to the cause of gender balance and inclusion in both your own company and in going beyond that to the wider sector, and specifically for founding the Solus Balance community. So can you tell us more about what action you personally took to actually make that happen?
Yeah, it was a labor of love. So kind of since day one, I have been very passionate about diversity and inclusion. However, it was something where we had to kind of get to a a stable enough place with, with our customers and with how the business was running before we could start to focus on the people and the culture. Even though, obviously the change is driven from people and culture, but it took us getting to a strong enough place to be able to then take that next step. So once we'd kind of, we'd won the Customer Experience Award and our transformation was had gone very well and we were seeing very solid results, then it was the opportunity to then go deeper into our people agenda. And so what I did really was, you know, just connecting the dots. I can't take credit for it. I just help connect the dots between, what I saw other people doing outside of Solus, and particularly also in Aviva. They are very strong on diversity and inclusion, and I saw a huge difference in the culture at Aviva versus the culture in Solus, which was just a traditional body shop kind of, kind of, I guess, bantery culture, and just not in a bad way. It's a very warm environment, but sometimes it just didn't get taken seriously at the same level that it does in a corporate. And so we needed a bit of that rigor. And so all I did was bring in that framework. So it wasn't just the gender balance, it was actually along six axes of intersectionality. So it was, gender, cultural origin, age, disability, and then there's a couple of others I'm thinking on my feet. So sorry, I can't remember what they all were, but there's 6 different aspects, 6 different communities that I helped set up, and yeah.
So, well, focusing in therefore on the accident repair sector, we know that there are significant challenges faced in that part of the industry in becoming more inclusive and diverse. So, can you tell us more about what the Solus Balance community's progress has been?
Yeah, so I mean, it's very new. The community was set up right before I went on maternity leave. So we were having the initial conversations around January of this year, and I think we launched it in February, and so I was there for about a month before I handed it over. So I was very glad to get that done before I went off, because I was like, I must get this up and running before I go, because I want it to be in a good place for when I come back. So having caught up with everyone in terms of what they're doing there, we are just working to appeal to more women and to really show the career progression that is possible at Solus. One way we've been doing that is by focusing on our apprentice program as well. We've had some amazing apprentices come through who have won awards, and the female apprentices that we've had we've just been so proud of them. And so we've had some go into management positions. We have one this year that is up for an award and has got a good chance of winning. So fingers crossed. That's Nicola at Bournemouth. So we will be cheering for her. So, just focusing on getting new people into the business. And also, of course, it is about nurturing the talent that you have. And we do have a lot of talent, and showing how those roles can progress, because sometimes people don't see the career path. So we have been doing a lot of work on our people agenda. So it's about connecting up the balance community with our people function, and then helping identify those high potential individuals to give them a path and give them that support.
And you're certainly nurturing some young talent there who seems to be the star of the show at the moment.
Yes.
So just a couple more questions then. So we know that the sector was designed a long time ago, in the 20th century, around the default white male. And this means that there are often invisible barriers to entry and progression for people who don't match that profile. Yet, because they've got diverse perspectives and lived experience, they could add so much to the success of a business, can't they? So, as an intersectional, diverse person yourself, what advice would you give on what we should do to remove bias and barriers and to enable more intersectional people, more diverse people to thrive in the automotive sector?
I love this question. It's so important. And I mean, yes, as you mentioned, I'm an immigrant here. I'm Mexican American. I'm a woman in a minority woman in a leadership role in the body shop industry, and I am really passionate about helping other people, and it's not just even helping just myself, it's helping people in the workshop if they're from different backgrounds. How can they succeed? Perhaps English isn't their first language. What support do they need to be able to climb the ranks, because they can be technically brilliant, and have so much to offer. So I think that a lot of it is around finding mentors, I think that's one thing that has personally helped me a lot, is having mentorship, seeing someone being able to push that door open, and then also helping, throw a rope down and helping you find your way up. So it's really the opposite of a competitive attitude. It's just helping each other. So if you're in a position where you want to um, progress, I think having the bravery to speak to people, and it might not be someone from your exact background, but maybe perhaps you're a woman and you can find another woman in the organization, and they can help nurture you. I think that it's just so important to connect on that level. And that's one thing that I've been doing. I really enjoy mentoring people in Solus, and so I've done that with one of our people, Vicky, helping her learn some of the customer experience skills, help with the leadership program. We did lots of strengths training. So it all comes down to people and culture. So that's a very long-winded way of saying, be proactive, seek mentors, don't wait for them to come to you, because that's one thing I think I had a lot of gumption coming up through the ranks. I didn't have a degree, I didn't have experience in this industry, but I was always willing to ask and kind of just get involved, whether it be across management levels or across dealing with different companies or Aviva or their supply chain and all of that.
Right. So what would you advise people from currently underrepresented groups that automotive would be a good career move? What would you say to them about joining the automotive sector?
Yeah, it's a very exciting sector. It's very fast paced. I mean, time goes so quickly, you'd be amazed. And it's very rewarding because it does move so quickly. I mean, think about what we're doing. We are here to get people around. That's why we exist. The automotive industry is so that we can, carry on with our lives and do the things that we need to do. So we play a fundamental role in everything that's going on. And so it is very rewarding because there's a tangible effect on what we do. So I think it's a wonderful industry to be in, and that's another thing as well, is the perception of the industry is perhaps maybe what you've seen on EastEnders or something, visions you have of a garage from so many years ago that's kind of in a certain way. And actually, if you see what a repair center is like now, it is very technical, it's very clean, and there's a lot of pride there, and not all of the roles are even in the workshop. There's plenty of other things to learn about, whether it's a project management or people or finance, but everything in the industry is I would say is fast paced and interesting, and the people are very passionate about it. It's just been a very warm and down to earth industry. I love that as well because it's somehow less corporate, so you get a very a human connection.
So we're coming to the end of our questions. So thank you very much, DeAnna, our Inspiring Automotive Woman of the Year award winner.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am so humbled, and also to everyone else who has been nominated. You are all amazing, and yes, just thank you for recognizing me and for supporting women.
And thank you very much to Muir as well, who is just about ready, I think, to give up.
He's done well.
He's done very well. Yeah, he's incredible that they're laughed at it now.
His first live interview. Bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you.